Michael Saylor is one of the most well-known figures in crypto. Supporters call him a visionary. Critics call him reckless. Either way, he is the CEO who turned his company into the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin in the world. Michael Saylor was born in 1965 and grew up in a military family, moving between US Air Force bases. He later studied aerospace engineering and technology at MIT, where he became interested in how computers could be used for business decision-making. In 1989, during the early tech boom, he co-founded MicroStrategy, a company focused on business intelligence software. The firm went public in 1998, and during the dot-com bubble, Saylor's net worth briefly climbed above $13 billion. That success didn't last. When the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, MicroStrategy's stock collapsed. The SEC later charged Saylor and other executives with accounting violations, leading to millions in fines. Most of his paper wealth disappeared, and the company spent years recovering. For nearly 2 decades, MicroStrategy continued as a stable but unremarkable software company. During this time, Saylor was openly skeptical of Bitcoin, even publicly criticizing it in the early 2010s. That changed in 2020. During the pandemic, governments printed trillions of dollars, and inflation concerns increased. MicroStrategy held hundreds of millions in cash, and Saylor began to see cash as a declining asset. He described it as melting, losing value over time. After months of research, Saylor changed his view. He began to see Bitcoin as digital property, scarce, decentralized, and resistant to inflation. In August 2020, MicroStrategy made history by buying over 21,000 Bitcoin and declaring BTC its primary treasury reserve asset. This was not a one-time decision. Over the following years, the company repeatedly raised capital through debt and stock offerings to buy more Bitcoin. Even during major crypto collapses in 2022 and 2023, Saylor did not stop accumulating. By mid-2025, the company held more than 600,000 Bitcoin. At that point, MicroStrategy looked less like a software firm and more like a leveraged Bitcoin investment vehicle. In early 2025, the company dropped micro from its name, a symbolic move reflecting its new identity. Supporters argue Saylor created a roadmap for corporate Bitcoin adoption, later followed by companies like Tesla and Block. Critics argue the strategy relies heavily on debt and exposes shareholders to extreme risk. Saylor has remained consistent in his belief. He often describes Bitcoin as long-term financial insurance and has stated that he has no plans to sell. His story, from skeptic to maximalist, is one of the most dramatic shifts in modern corporate finance. Whether history remembers him as a pioneer or a gambler will depend on one thing: how Bitcoin's long-term story ultimately plays out. Thanks for watching. If you've got questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments. We're happy to reply. At Mudley Group, we're building a space where anyone can learn trading, improve together, and feel supported, whether you're brand new or already trading. Follow the channel, like the video, and check the description for useful links. See you in the next one.